Hey folks, this is Doug Pagitt and Tony Jones and some of the people on the chat room here for the Question radio program, which if you don't listen to that, you really should. We know most of you, and you don't have anything better to do. You can find it over at DougPagitt.com. And also find it on YouTube where you found this video.
What's Chum Chum's real name?
Florin.
Really? Because I think we're Facebook friends. Yes, Chum Chum, I didn't know that we're
Tony
Facebook
and I
friends.
are being asked to make some little comments about why people get upset about people being disappointed in Emergent.
I feel like I said everything I need to say on the blog.
But the question is, basically this guy's asking, well, boy, Tony seemed to get a little
huffy,
a little sensitive about it. Why so sensitive?
Maybe because I spent the last 10 years of my life.
Because it seems a little personally offensive, personally insulting, and you're a defensive personality.
I am a defensive person, unfortunately. And, but when somebody travels the world for a year and a half with a book contract from InterVarsity Press that's premised on the success of his own podcast.
Well, then why? Then all the more.
And then he rolls back into the country and says, my gosh, I thought that when I was gone, you guys were going to fix everything. Me and my friends left church, but I can't believe there's not a church I would go to. Why haven't you guys made that happen for me yet?
Yeah, I know. But I think what happens is people, their frustration with Emergent stuff is because they really want it to be something. And what we've been saying all along is, it takes all of us. You can't just look to a few of us. So let's all make something together. We're making our contribution. Other people can make theirs. So we get a little zippy when someone starts to say, well, you didn't give to me what I want. Just temperamentally, I think that strikes people like us wrong. Like we're not, in the personality typing, we're not helpers like that. Yeah. We are creators and advocates and challengers. So when someone says, you didn't make for me what I needed, you're not giving me what I need, that strikes not only at a personal level, but a temperament level and a professional level. It's like, are you kidding me?
Well, here's the other thing.
Some of us have been quite busy.
For you and me, and this is probably hard for people from the outside to understand. Here's one thing that's interesting, is that on the one hand, in all this, in the meme about disappointment with Emergent, you've got some people saying, like, what's her name, the Presbyterian, Carol Howard Merritt. Emergent Village has always been an old boys club. It's closed. It's cliquey. You don't let new people in, etc., etc., etc. Other people, including Nick on his blog, and a lot of the commenters on his blog, is like, you know what sucks about Emergent? They let everybody in. Why don't Doug and Tony and Brian and those other guys
like an old boys club.
Continue to run it and lead and go do innovative things? Like, that's what I want them to do.
But
for you and me, Emergent Village was never the thing.
No, it was an artifact. It came out of what we were trying to do.
It came out of what we were doing. And the other thing about personalities is, you and I, look, Billy Graham will die as still the emeritus president of the Billy Graham Association. James Dobson will die as the CEO of Focus on the Family. There's a certain personality. They say, look, in my 30s, I started something, and I rode that horse till the horse and I died. Mm-hmm. And you and I aren't like that. And I know that Chris C. isn't like that.
Right.
There are a lot of us, not everybody. I mean, some people are more like, they'll start something, they'll be the pioneer and the settler.
Yeah.
But I'm not that. I'm not going to die as the national coordinator of Emergent Village. I'm not going to retire from that position at age 80.
So, I mean, there's really no big backstory to all this. We think that we've tried to move toward open source and social media theory when it comes to this, that the all can contribute and can be made better. Each of us will do our thing when it makes sense to us, and that's what some of us are off doing, and we're making really great things. In fact, this idea that Emergent is sort of done, that's what's ridiculous. Really? It's totally, I don't just mean ridiculous in the sense that these people must not, it shouldn't be taken seriously. I mean ridiculous in the sense of, it's so not true.
It's so not true.
It's so not true. I just, that's where I don't want to engage with people who have nothing better to do than write blog posts about stuff that's just not the way that it is.
And I think when people say, I was just, Becky Garrison commented on Nick Fiedler's blog and said, I was just at the book expo. No publishers want to do any more Emergent books because they haven't sold very well.
Yeah. So, okay, yeah, that might be true. What does that... we weren't impressive when book publishers wanted to do it. That's not why we were doing it. We were just responding. And if that mechanism of communication is running dry, we'll go on and do something else. That again, it has nothing to do with it. And the fact that people, even asking today, what do you think about that? It's really like, you know what? Really, Tony's got to run out and do something. I got to go put this other thing together. We got conferences coming up. There's all kinds of meetings. We got hundreds and thousands of people to be talking to who are in this conversation. If you think it's over with, just move along. It's not over with for those of you who want to join in. There's all kinds of ways to join in, including Christianity21.com and Jurgen and Moltmann Conversation.
Yeah, come on. We'll see you at that.
Yeah.
We'll see you at that.
I mean, it's unbelievable. So,
all right,
love you all. Talk to you later. Over and out. See.